Have you ever met a witch? I don't mean someone that is mean and you don't like. I mean an actual witch. How about one that was designated a witch from birth? I have, but didn't know it at the time. If memory serves me correctly, I came home one afternoon and my mom had a couple of visitors over at the house. She introduced me to John and his grandmother Dorothy. I politely said, "Hi," and went on my way. I asked my mom after they left who they were. She told me the story about meeting them, but I don't remember the details. I do remember that she said Dorothy can read palms with accuracy. She told me that Dorothy quit reading people's palms to tell them about their future, but would now only read them and describe events from their past. She said when she and Dorothy first met, she read my mom's palm. In doing so, Dorothy mentioned details about my mom dancing in front of a mirror as a child in a particular dress that my mom had when she was very young. Given what I learned about my mom while making the last video, I see why this piqued her interest. Dorothy was in town due to a health-related issue. She died shortly after I met her. I guess there was blockage in her intestines and they just quit working. After she died, John took us to his grandmother's house where he had to figure out what to do with her belongings. It was then that I asked where his mother was. He mentioned that his parents died at a relatively young age and Dorothy was the only family he had. I asked what happened to his mom, and I recall him dodging the subject, so I don't think I ever got an answer from him. He did ask if I would like to see pictures of his mom, and of course I said yes. He grabbed a photo album off of the coffee table and began to show me pictures of his mom as a child. He made sure to draw my attention to how joyful and happy she was. She was a beautiful little girl. He showed me a photo of his mom on her 12th birthday with a very wide smile and eyes that were full of happiness. He said this was the last time we would see her smile. Then he showed me a photo of her 13th birthday. There was a contrast that is hard to explain. The joy was gone. It was like someone told a story that drained all happiness from her life. He kept turning the pages. On every page, the expression was the same, but as each year went by, the photos would show a darkness around her eyes. This wasn't makeup. It was as if she was aging at a fast pace, or maybe like the darkness one develops around their eyes when they don't get sleep for days. It was shocking. So of course I asked, what happened? He said at age 13 is when she joined the coven. What coven? I asked. He told me he came from a family of witches. I did not believe this and thought he was joking with me, but he was serious. I can't remember how far he said it went back, but all the women before him gave birth to one girl on Halloween. He went on to say that while he was born on Halloween, he was supposed to be a girl. The fact he wasn't put an end to the cycle. He continued to tell me that everyone, including his father, was mad at him because of this reason. In fact, he stated that his father would invite friends over and take turns abusing him. It was a terrifying story. It was at this time that we heard a loud crash in the other room. We both ran to see what made the noise. As we stepped into the bedroom, we could see that the closet door was open and a pile of stuff was spilling out. He said that closet is where he stored the items that he kept that belonged to his mom. Sure enough, the boxes of his mother's items fell out and spilled onto the floor. He showed me some of the framed pictures, and then we put the items back in the closet. In my last video, I mentioned that I wondered if the people that wrote on the floor of the dark church were serious or just messing around. Not this time. This family was dedicated to witchcraft. I'm not sure how John's parents died, but I do remember him saying they died young. Perhaps this is why Dorothy had changed her ways a bit and refused to tell people their future. I still didn't understand why people would sacrifice their eternal soul and family for this practice, but I knew they weren't the only ones. What about you? Where do you stand?